Welcome boys and girls to another math chapter. Today we are going to learn about average. Yes, I know it's a very familiar word to most of you, but let's understand what average is and how do we use average in our daily lives and how can you actually solve problems based on average. So what is average? Any idea? Average is a single value representing a group of values. It gives us an idea of the standard of the group. When you have to compare two groups, you can compare easily when you compare their averages. You often hear about average while watching sports. If you have watched cricket, you would have seen the cricketer's score, the batsman's score written in terms of average. For example, let's say Virat Kohli's average is 50. What does that mean? That means on an average, approximately or roughly, Virat Kohli scores 50 runs per match. Okay, and it depends on the number of matches he's played. If he has played 200 matches, then his average is 50 for those 200 matches. That's one way of using average. You would have also seen average when you read the newspaper or when you watch the news channel. They give you the temperatures in terms of average. The average temperature of Hyderabad is, or the average temperature of Chennai is, so on. So these are places where you have seen or heard average. And let's look at how you can actually calculate average and how you will be able to calculate the average of any group easily. Let's get started. Okay, let's have a look at this example to understand average better. If Ramu gets 63, 75, 48, 92 and 62 marks in 5 subjects, then his average marks is 68. How did they get the average marks as 68? How did they get that? Let's see. So how much did he score in all the subjects? 63, 75, 48, 92 and 62 marks. In how many subjects? 5 subjects. This is what Ramu scored, okay? Now, average. His average marks can be found out by adding all his marks, that is 63 plus 75 plus 48 plus 92 plus 62. You add all the marks and you divide it by the total number of subjects, that is 5. If you do that, you get it as 340 divided by 5, which is 68. So his average of Ramu's marks is 68. Okay, that means what does this mean? This means that Ramu has roughly or approximately scored 68 marks in each of his 5 subjects. Alright? That is what average means. That means he has approximately or roughly scored 68 marks in each of his 5 subjects. Here's one question. I want you to also open your notebooks and try this along with me. In a class, the attendance for 6 days of the week was 35, 42, 42, 37, 43 and 35. That's the attendance for 6 days, okay? They're asking you to find the average attendance of the class. Let's do that. So you tell me, what is the average? How do you calculate average? What's the formula? You do sum or add all the items. Sum of all items divided by total number of items. Okay? So, what is sum of all items? That means you need to add up all the attendance for 6 days. That is 35 plus 42 plus 42 plus 37 plus 43 plus 35. This is the sum of all the items. What about the number of items? They said the attendance is for 6 days. So it's divided by 6. This comes to 234 divided by 6, which is 39. That is your average. That means roughly or approximately the attendance for every day of the week was 39. That is what average is. Here's another question. Rohit scored 75, 73, 65 in 3 terms and Mohit scored 68 and 78 in 2 terms. Who performed better? How do you calculate this? This is an interesting question. two guys, their scores are given. Who perform better? How do you do that? Now, in order to compare performance, we need to find the average marks. Okay, that is what. In order to compare performance, you need to find the average marks of both Rohit and Mohit. So, for Rohit, what is his total marks? They said he scored 75, 73 and 65. So, if you add up the total, if you add up all the 3 marks, you get the total, that is 213. But for how many terms? Number of terms. He scored these 3 marks for 3 terms. Therefore, what is his average? Average will be total marks, correct? Total marks divided by number of terms. Perfect. So now you can calculate the average of Rohit. How much did he score? Total marks is 213 divided by 3. That's the number of terms. We've seen it here. 213 and 3. So that comes to 71. So this is Rohit's average score. Alright. Now let's move to Mohit. Okay. What is the total that Mohit scored? Total marks. So that comes to 146. And this is for how many terms? Number of terms. It's given as 2 terms. Alright. Therefore, average. What is the average mark that Mohit scored? So that will be total marks divided by number of terms. Correct? So that is total marks is 146 divided by how many terms? 2. That is 73. Alright. Now average of Rohit is how much? What do we get the average of Rohit? Here 71. Okay. And what is the average scored by Mohit? How much did we get that? 73. Okay. Now tell me who scored better, Rohit or Mohit? That's right, Mohit, because this is 73. Therefore, the answer is Mohit has done better than Rohit. This is how you can use average to find out who has performed better or who has scored better. Alright? Okay, let's have a look at this interesting question. Rohit Sharma, all of us know Rohit Sharma, he scored 45, 72, 92, 115 and 0 in 5 innings of a test series. Okay, we're talking about cricket. Rohit Sharma scored these scores in 5 innings of a test series. What was his average score for the 5 innings? Interesting, right? So, what is average? How do you find out average? So, the average score of Rohit Sharma will be the total score divided by number of innings. Correct? So, how do we calculate total score? Just add up all the scores. 45 plus 72 plus 92 plus 115 plus 0. And the total number of innings given is 5. If you do the addition, let's do the addition. What is it? 45 plus 72 plus 92 plus 115 plus 0. Okay? 5 plus 2, 7, 9, 14. 5, 6, 15 plus 7, 22. 324. This is your addition. Okay? So, it comes to 324 divided by how much? 5. Correct. So if you do the division, you get it as 5 6 are 30, 2 4 comes down, 5 4s are 20, okay, 4, and you can put it as 3 zeros. So you bring the tens place down, but before you bring the tens place down, because the remainder is not 4, we can do further. You put the decimal point here. 5 8s are 40. There you go. Here you get the remainder, so you can stop it. So his average score is 64.8. So Rohit Sharma's average score is 64.8. That means he has scored approximately 64.8 runs in each of the 5 innings. Okay, have a look at this question. The temperature in Hyderabad during a week in May was, the temperature, you will see it in news channels or in the newspaper. This is how they write: 45 degrees centigrade, 43 degrees centigrade, 44 degrees centigrade, 41, 40, 45 and 46. You can see that they have given the temperatures in Hyderabad during a week in May. Alright. Now they are asking you to calculate the average temperature that week. That means what is the average temperature that week? How do we do that? So again, simple. Average temperature will be the total temperature, the sum of all the temperatures or the total temperature. Okay, I'm going to rewrite that. So average temperature will be the sum of temperatures that week divided by the total number of days. Correct? Total number of days. Alright. What is the sum of temperature? They've given 45 plus 43 plus 44 plus 41 plus 40 plus 45 plus 46. How many days? They said it's in a week. So week has how many days? 7 days. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days. Now do the addition. 45 plus 43 plus 44 plus 41 plus 40 plus 45 plus 46. How do we do this? 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 4, 12, 13, 18, 24. So 2 gets carried forward. 4, 6, 10, 14, 18, 18 plus 4, 22, 22 plus 4, 26, 26 plus 3, 30. So the total temperature is 304. That's your numerator divided by the number of days, 7. So if you do the division, 7 4s are 28, 2, bring 4 down, 7 3s are 21, 24 minus 21 is 3. So since it's not 3, you can write it as a decimal number, and before you bring the tens place down, what you do, put a decimal point, and then you can bring the tens place down. 7 into 4 is 28, 2, bring the other thing, hundreds place down, 7 2s are 14, 6, bring the other place down, 7 8s are 56. Okay, you can stop it here. So you can see that the average temperature is 43.428. If you approximate it, you can write it as 43.4 degrees centigrade. That means approximately the temperature every day was 43.4 degrees centigrade in that week of May in Hyderabad. Alright, I hope the concept of average has become very clear to you and you have understood how to calculate average of any group. Now please practice all the questions given in your textbook and take the help of your parent or your teacher, or if needed, please watch the video till you understand what average is and how to calculate average. I want to suggest an activity that you can do during the week. You can find it in your textbook. It's given right at the end. It's a section called Let's Learn and Enjoy. So what you can do is to collect the data of height of 6 of your friends. Take 6 of your friends and there's a table given there, and write down their names and their height in centimeter. Okay. Once you take the data of 6 of your friends, now calculate the average height of 6 of them. Alright, you have some space given there to write the data and also to write the answer. I want you to do that. Also, question number 3, the activity number 3. From the newspaper, collect data of the temperature for 1 week, find the average temperature. There you go. If you find it difficult to do this by yourself, please take the help of your parent. Grab a newspaper and write down the average temperature for a week. You know, dates from dash to dash, And for each day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till Sunday, write down the maximum and minimum temperature. So you're going to have 7 days of maximum and minimum temperature, and then below that find out average minimum temperature and average maximum temperature. You know how to do that. Go ahead and do that, and you will be amazed at how easy it is to calculate average. Alright, have a great day and see you soon.